I feel like we're going to start where we've kicked off before. Is it hot in here?
So hot.
I'm wearing 2 T-shirts.
Steaming.
I'm wearing long sleeves.
You have gone against the rules and you've revealed your T-shirt. We asked for your best T-shirt. You've just worn it in.
It's blocked. You can't see it.
Wow.
Fair enough. I'm eyeballing it.
Yeah, don't look.
Hamish and I are both wearing 2 T-shirts. Dan's wearing a long sleeve T-shirt that's been out before. Oh,
Yeah.
you're already in last place for mine, but that's not where I want to start. Where I want to start is your horn antics. Like, now, we've covered this on the podcast before.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, what now?
Spent a bit of time with you down at Bustleton, down at the Southern Riverband in Shelter Brewery.
Great gig.
Very good down at Busho. So some more revelations around your behaviour in cars. So not only do you horn people a lot,
Yeah.
Yep,
Light
using
turns green. He's already on the horn.
Using the tools that they give you in the car, sure.
you horn from the passenger seat.
No.
They're not being
The
used.
reach,
That can be sometimes hilarious. That can be sometimes very funny. Pulled up at a red light, unsuspecting, give it to him. That's humour.
It's not just the
Never
horn.
hurt anyone.
It's not just the horn behaviour, but I'll touch on some other behaviours that I learned over the weekend. So the first is, horn. You've memorised people's number plates. So if you ever see them again, you'll know it's the car that disrespected you on the road.
923, yeah.
Is that right?
Respect
Yeah.
it.
Cut me off that one time and he spat on my car.
How many?
Spat on your car.
Yeah,
How-
APF 923.
So you actually have some?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, quotation marks, you teach people lessons on the road.
I didn't say that. That's what my wife said that I do, but it's not true.
Quotation, we live in a society. You can't just be doing whatever you like with no repercussions.
Yes,
this is all
that's true.
relating
That's
to your
fair
cars.
enough, I think.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay. I'll move on to other things. You ate a Restore roll today. Not one
So
sip
good.
of drink. You've eaten the whole roll. You've devoured it.
Wow.
And it was wild. The scenes I saw, he ate the whole thing, had a perfectly cold, crisp drink sitting there. Did
was
not
it?
Kinoto.
Well, I thought it might have been a melon water.
did not touch the
H2 melon
sides.
water.
Is that it was absolutely mind blowing for me.
To go through a whole sandwich without
Not liquid.
touching, see, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I'm a hungry man at the best of times.
So it hasn't gone well so far.
So what this sort of also is off the back of the fact that I don't have sauce with the pie because Scully over here drowned. Like,
Hang on a minute.
just hang on. There's a reason, and it's linked to the drink thing. When you're eating, you don't need to add more, especially a pie when it's wet. You don't need to add more wetness to a pie.
That's not what you had sauce for,
Yeah.
wetness.
Yeah, but there's just so wet. Like, you've got like, runny stuff, and you're adding more runny stuff. May as well have a drink.
What do you
mate.
think a roll is? Do you think that's doused
Yeah.
in moisture, do you?
But I,
like what,
no,
like-
I like to keep my solids and my liquids.
and the last
separate.
one I had for you,
Fair
which is I
enough.
thought just most outrageous for the whole weekend.
Okay.
Wanted to name his first child, and this is legitimate.
Oh, it's not legitimate.
His first child's name Louis. Wanted to name him Dirk. after Dirk Nowitzki. Are you kidding me?
No. That
That was
can't be-
confirmed. No, it's true.
That is bullshit. There is no way
There
you
was a
wanted to
period
name-
of time where I floated it to my wife as an option,
Dirk.
just to see what she would say.
Honestly,
for
do you
anyone
think
out there
there's
that
any
isn't
parents-
from, where's is he Serbian or where's Dirk
He's
Nowitzki? German.
Yeah, well,
Imagine
it's
anyone
Dirk.
that's not from that Eastern European bloc naming a kid Dirk, setting him up to.
Shout out to the Nanas family.
Yeah,
Dirk
correct.
Nanas.
Yeah, well, he's from the Netherlands, isn't he?
I don't
Yeah.
know, is he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
from the
he is.
Netherlands, Dirk Nanas. There you go. Anyone else, you're setting him up for failure. Bullied
go.
all through high school.
Well, that was my weekend. We will touch on a little bit more, but I found a
Oh,
lot out
boy.
about Dan Const. It was great
Dirk.
work.
Dirk
Paul's-
Const.
We've Dirk Const. Wow,
What a
now,
shit name.
backchatpodcast.com.au. You know what's
you,
over
Dirk.
there. Backchat _ on socials. Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au. If you want to get in touch, sign up as a patron. There's plenty going on.
my
Heaps.
gosh, so much.
Scenes over on Patreon last week. There was
That's right.
There was some big inside information. What's the big inside information this week?
I'll give you more 50 trays of fries.
Yeah, nice.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
Must be nearly getting to the end of that.
That's bigger than the Langer call, I would say.
Yeah, that's big time. Unless you're the Langer call, they only know about that if they're on Patreon. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
Don't tear it. Thanks to our partners, Whippersnapper Whiskey, Margaret River Roasting Co., Bluebet, Shelter Brewing Co., Leaderville Cameras. Let's get into it. The
Yep.
best T-shirt competition. It's bloody here. You've seen Dan's, or you
Yeah.
can see Dan. You want to reveal it, even though
Yep.
you've
Stand
Well,
yourself.
So if you are listening, jump over onto YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We've got 6,000 subscribers over there.
Nice.
Join the group, join the fun. Have a look at Dan's T-shirt.
Look, so I'm a plain guy. All my T-shirts are plain. This is the most outrageous T-shirt I have. There's lots of colours. There's a pattern on it.
Dirk.
I don't have a Dirk Nowitzki t-shirt, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have worn it. It's got things on the sleeves. It's got lightning bolts on the sleeves.
The Lightning Port Adelaide.
Sleeves?
The Lightning Port Adelaide.
Yes.
I like it.
And there's stuff on the back. Like
So it's a Daniel Ricciardo.
It's a Daniel Ricciardo special.
Did you purchase it?
No, I did not.
Okay. So it's a gift?
Purchased as a gift,
Okay.
which I received and I'm now wearing.
I feel like this is your challenge, so I'll leave you till last.
Sure.
Happy with that?
Yeah, happy with that. Very happy with that.
So mine was a bit of a process. I remembered late, got to be honest. Went up into the wardrobe, realised I'd done a clean out about 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of my good material was there.
Disappointing.
But
Hang on, if you're doing a clean out, why are you getting rid of the good material?
Yeah, like in my mind, it's like it's so good, it's shit. Kind of thing,
gotcha.
So I threw a few of them out.
Gotcha.
But never fear, I did find a vacuumed bag of just stuff from years gone by.
Beautiful.
I found footy trip singlets in there.
Yeah.
There were some bloody great ones. I've got a couple of place
Absolutely.
getters.
Some place getters, some podium getters. We love that.
Now, just got a cramp in my shoulder. That's my fitness levels. Now, this was from 2008.
The eggshell white.
The eggshell white. It's been in a bag for so long, it's gone yellow.
Cream.
Now, it's the typical tourist one where they name all the famous cities around the world, but they've just got a little play on words. If you can see that for London, Paris, Rome, Euroa, New York. Now, Euroa is a country town in Victoria.
It's clever.
Of about 6 shops, and this was in one of them.
Is it close to Moe?
That is.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Or
That's
Mo, as they like to
unbelievable.
call it.
Very good. And I reckon it was the only thing for sale in the shop, and I bought it. And it was a great buy.
Can I have that?
No. This is, I'm only not wearing it because it doesn't fit me.
Sure.
And the thing I am wearing barely fits me as well.
Sure.
This is an official Indonesian,
tiny.
Indonesian race singlet from the 1988 Dragon Boat World Championship.
Wow.
That's good.
So
That's on the podium.
that's official.
Again, that's probably because it doesn't fit, but
Too
wow,
small.
my goodness.
And like I said, the reveal of the one, this barely fits as well.
You're wearing headphones
Maybe
as
take
well.
that
Thank
headphone
you.
off. Yep. There you go. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, it's of the same vein.
It's a Dragon Boat Racing Crew shirt.
That is correct. And I'm going to have to sit at this podcast wearing with my
It's
tuck shop
Can you
lady
tone
arms.
it down a bit. It's offensive to my eyes.
Okay, so this is the Australian
Boatin Australian Assets Management.
So it's the Dragon Boat Racing Crew, 1988, the Australian official jersey worn in the race. It's got a lot on the back as well.
What is the Dragon Boat race?
You know what a dragon boat is?
Maybe not.
It's like a massive rowing boat, but it's like an actual.
There's 24
it's a
in
lot of crew in
the
there.
boat,
Right, okay.
and little strokes.
Yeah.
They all got little paddles.
Yeah.
You can have a look at it.
It's unreal. It's
my-
very, very funny.
So my father and
Oh,
brother
yeah, I know,
were
yeah.
in the world champs. They came fourth in 1988.
My
First Australian team ever to be compared to the world champs.
Huge.
So I've got sentimental, I've got
Yeah.
looks, shows off my guns, fits
Yep.
my fat guts in.
Yeah, that's a winner for mine.
It's better than Dan's.
Yeah, much better than Dan's. Now,
Thank you.
I have got a
I have to
shirt
sit
on.
here like- I have to sit here like
That's
this
fair
time.
enough. I've got a shirt on underneath this, but I have a place getter that I actually don't own, but I'll describe to you the single best T-shirt I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
So, 2019 Christmas, me and the family went to Vietnam, did all the way from the top, all the way down south, all the way to the bottom. Hanoi up top. Going through the markets at Hanoi, has anyone seen Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Heisenberg.
Yes.
There's obviously, you get shirts with Heisenberg's face on there and he's got his fedora on, and I saw the greatest shirt of all time, Hanoisenberg. Heisenberg with one of the Vietnamese rice hats on. I've never seen a better shirt in my life. And I got it, I'd left it over there. It was phenomenal. Hanoisenberg, the single greatest shirt I've ever
That's
seen.
amazing.
That's my podium getter because I don't actually own the shirt. The shirt I did buy, I bought. It arrived 2 days ago, so
It's a lovely
very
overshirt,
timely.
I must
Yeah,
say.
great
Yeah.
overshirt. Thank you. Don't know where I got this one from.
Safari, I think.
So as you
Safari
reveal that
shirt.
away from the microphone, we'll talk you through. So at the moment, you've got the Daniel Ricciardo long sleeve T-shirt on
So
Dan.
to a T.
I'd say some positives about it. It fits.
Yep.
That's about it for mine. I'm not really a
Colourful?
big fan. No, that's not a positive. It's worn. It's not like vintage worn. It's sort of like it's like you bought it in about 2013. You just worn it a little bit too much.
Okay, so
Mine,
Hamish is...
any positives for mine?
It's
It's
Yellow.
It's yellow.
Holy shit!
So I've gone
Shooter.
Oh,
The Tour Championship, 1996. Shooter McGavin.
very good.
It's Shooter's time.
Yep,
Shooter.
love it.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin.
Hey, pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Yeah. Anyway,
No.
I've got the Shooter McGavin shirt. I think it's obviously fits nice, faded look. Get a close up
Yeah.
on that if you.
So his has got faded, but not really faded. So you're giving him shit as well for being faded, but not really faded.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
mine. That's the look of mine. Yours
Yeah,
is just
as
shit.
He just
also-
bought
no,
it.
also
If he
yours-
just bought it.
Yeah, I bought it.
I
like
know
this.
you didn't just buy that.
Yeah, this is 6 months ago.
Can I show the back of mine?
Yeah,
I'll
I'd like
put
to see the back. I actually haven't seen the back of mine. I think it might be just plain.
I don't know if this is going to be on camera.
Yeah,
you're just fine.
Yeah, mine's just plain. Party at the front.
I don't know how to show this.
Going to be tough, but just stand up. Pull your pants up at the same time.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein. Hang on a minute. Whoa, stop. Pull your pants down just a little bit. I think your underwear. Are your underwear on inside out? Pull them down a little bit.
That's great.
I think your underpants are on inside out. Unbelievable.
But the
The boat in Australian Assets Management, Dragon Boat, right? It's the crest
it's the
in
crest.
your corner, but just bigger.
big one.
Wow.
Yeah,
Your
there you go.
underpants are on backwards.
It's just the flex of the
Backwards,
Calvin
inside
Klein.
out.
Yeah.
That's not,
Can't
that's
all be big
summarised.
dogs.
No,
Right.
not backwards, inside out, I meant. Sorry. Anyway, that's a tremendous little segment. Well
I
done
might
for
put
the
this on
friendship.
socials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's day 2 of the underwear, you flip them inside out and you get a fresh wear.
Yeah,
Dan's
obviously.
on board. Thank you
That's,
very much.
that's a real Dirk thing to do, isn't it?
Now, how was Busso, do you reckon, Dan?
Excellent. Shelter is such a good brewery, and then they just chucked the Southern River Band in there as well. Who, Hammer, you got to see them live.
Yeah, shut up and take my money, I reckon.
They're insanely good. Probably, like, even if you don't like that sort of music, so my wife, not really a fan of that style. Heard numerous reports of that same sort of ilk where
Well, you said
Don't-
it.
don't really
I heard you say
don't
it.
really love that rock,
I
but
heard
when
you
you
say
watch
that.
them, incredible. Lewis Jetta came along.
Yep, Jet Boy.
Was his brother or his cousin?
His brother
said
and his cousin.
hates this music.
Yes.
That was maybe the best night of his life, he said.
Yeah, got to respect it.
The band are just incredible.
Yes, it was very good.
Shelters for days.
I had to I announced them onto stage. I had to
Oh my
Shit,
gosh.
I was
Hype
very
man.
nervous.
no
I'm very
question.
nervous.
Yep.
Would you be nervous doing that?
Yeah,
Oh, you do a bit of MC work, and so do
Yeah,
I. And
probably
host
get a little bit
podcasts
nervous,
and
yep.
Radio.
It's different to being a hype man at like an R&B show, which is essentially what you were.
Yeah.
But you had to go up there, and they didn't have music on in the background, so
Cold.
it was just
Spotlight.
spotlight. The band wasn't on stage.
Goodness me.
you know,
Was DJ
cheering-
Genga there at the time?
We're going to get to that.
We'll get to
nice.
Genga. Got bone to pick with Genga actually.
Oh, real bone.
But I thought it was good, not great.
Yeah.
But incredibly difficult.
Yeah, so spotlight on,
Incredibly
no
difficult.
music.
You
I
get
don't even know what I said.
Just up there on your Post
I didn't
Malone.
plan it because
Wow.
I was like, I don't know if you can plan this. You need to go with it a bit.
Yeah,
That
go
probably
with the
hurt
flow.
me a
How many
bit.
people are in the crowd? Are we talking?
600?
Okay, so enough to amp up.
600, fair big crowd.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. It was like in the Olympics where they're diving. You go for a really hard dive. If you don't totally nail it, it's still good. I think that's where you're at.
I was probably sober
Sure.
enough at that stage though, but then when they finished up and the encore happened and people chanting and they wouldn't come back out, I got pulled back onto stage. And mind you, I'd
sorry.
moved onto the whippersnappers at that stage.
Yeah. So you were buckled by this
I
point.
wasn't in a good state. I
Understood.
left the stage on the second time round with, I introduced them one by one and I said, here's Paddy with the double denim. Here's blah, blah, blah with the blah, blah, blah. Here's the drummer, blah, blah, blah. Here's Kel, he's got a small dick. And I walked off stage.
Yeah, you did do that.
Wow, that's
You got to mention, I don't know if you remember.
I was up in their green room drinking their free beers, and I just heard Dan Const, and I looked down, and Cal was just,
He was ripping you, actually.
I couldn't really quite hear what he was saying, but I could just see 600 people looking up at Cal while I explained something about myself.
It was a great night.
was very
DJ Genga was down there.
Very good DJ.
Very good DJ.
Give him that.
Reportedly gets naked when he plays.
well, that's what I've heard.
Did not get naked. Was quite an awkward interaction before the show. We had about 3 beers and introduced to a big, tall, red-headed DJ called DJ Genga.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? I don't think he was that happy about the whole naked thing.
No.
Not true.
Where'd
Never
you
heard
hear
it
that from?
before.
Not heard.
Where's that come from?
I said to him, apparently last year you got
What a
naked.
shocking rumor to go around.
Yeah. I said, apparently you got naked last year. He goes, I think at one point I may have taken my jumper off.
He was unreal.
Oh,
I would highly recommend DJ Genga.
But doesn't get naked. If that's
Well-
what you're into,
Well,
I'll pay him enough. I'm sure
he
he
didn't get naked in
did
Busso.
Probably
Doing us all a
does at
favour.
Jury's
points.
still out.
Has to have a shower at some point, I'm assuming, Genga. So
Now, we went to the Northbridge Piazza. 2 a.m. set the alarm.
Yep.
Got there at 2:45. 3,000 people. Did you watch the game?
No.
Don't care.
No, I'm not a soccer guy.
Really?
Not a soccer. I check the score.
You're a
If we had
sport guy, though.
Yeah, I know. I just don't
You're an
really care too
Australian?
much. I am an Australian. I check the score. That's about all. That's about all you get out of me.
Good.
Okay. Cool.
We went in there.
It was very good.
There was a few flares.
Yeah, I woke up late, 10 to 3. I got up and I thought, oh gosh, and I walked into Northbridge. I thought, mate, it's probably not going to be worth it. This is all going to be rough. Get there, yeah, absolute chaos.
The mixture of the crowd was interesting to me. Like
Yep.
how many were just buckled straight out of nightclubs,
Beautiful.
and how many were Dan and I coming fresh off sleep.
Yeah, okay.
I would say 70% straight out of the clubs.
Yeah.
30%. So it was a good crowd.
Good
Yeah.
mix.
Up
yeah,
and
I like
about.
that. Yeah.
A guy was falling asleep to the right of me, about a metre away, just like standing up. He was giving these ones,
Yeah,
just
okay.
as he's watching the entire time.
It was very good. So apparently during the game, the AFL have dropped the fixture at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Daylight time, yeah.
So they've dropped the round 1 fixtures, middle of the Socceroos game.
Silly.
There's like 20,000 people in Fed Square. There's live sites all around the country. It's all about soccer. AFL have said, no, Shannon
Yeah,
Knoll.
Drop this.
What about me? No, that's
I loved it.
Yeah, that's Shannon Knoll.
is it?
Yeah.
What
Second
about
place.
me? Yeah.
nailed it.
Not his original song, but he did bring it back.
Who was it originally?
Jimmy Barnes, I believe.
That's
Was it
incorrect.
really?
You
Wow,
fucking lying. Don't you ever lie to my face like that.
No,
again.
I reckon
I
it
look
was
forward to my
certainly a
on-air
cover.
live apology within the next 17 seconds.
Moving pictures.
Thank you very much.
There you
And
go. And
sorry, Will.
does Jimmy Barnes is the lead singer of that? Is
Sorry,
he
Will.
by any chance?
Yeah, he is. There you go.
Sorry, Will.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much. It was a good game. Loved it. AFL dropping the fixture.
Yeah,
Any
I'm a
thoughts
big
on it?
fan of it. I think
You're a big fan
I
of
think
it?
it's petty.
Oh.
And I think it's
Oh, that's Dan Const on the horn sort of areas, isn't it?
Sneaky.
That's Dirk Const.
I reckon they go, should we do
Honking
it? Should we
the
do it?
horn.
And someone goes, yep, let's just drop it. And see
You're
what happens.
about it.
We're talking. We've been non-stop talking about it all day.
It's the
It's
only
genius.
time we. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you might have turned my arm. Yeah.
And yeah, that's. That, I mean, round 1, who gives a crap?
Okay.
So I'm for it.
Great. What else are you for?
I'm for 7 days of Christmas. This is our BackChat Christmas little thing that we are doing. So it's usually 12 days of Christmas, but we don't have
Be
enough
honest.
time to organise 12 days of Christmas.
More things.
That's like a week away,
Yeah.
and we're not prepared for that.
7 days of Christmas.
We thought we actually started with 6 days of Christmas because that's half, and we thought, well, 6 is stupid, a weird
so it's like
number.
a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
What's the baker's half dozen?
Well, 6.5.
yeah,
Baker's dozen's 13, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't that just one more than the dozen? So I would have just thought.
Yeah.
So so half a dozen
baker's
is
half
half a
dozen.
dozen, and then a baker's
Baker's half
Yeah.
dozen.
It's
Is
not
that even a
6.5.
thing?
I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I don't
Charlie,
know.
Charlie, mate, yourself useful over there, mate. Google away,
Yeah.
Charlie. Don't look at me. Google.
He thought
Computer in
Google
front of
he
you.
thought he
Baker's
could just
half
pull it out
dozen.
from his head.
Charlie, you're still looking at me. The computer in front of you.
So
Baker's half
So we
dozen.
went to 7 days just because I'm a big fan of Craig David's 7 Day song. Monday, took it for a drink on Tuesday.
Yeah, but 7 days is also a rounded week, so that,
it's a
that
week.
helps. That
Makes
works.
sense.
Makes
Right.
a lot of sense, yeah.
What?
A baker's half dozen.
And what's it called? Just a baker's half dozen? Yeah, baker's half dozen. Okay, very
Great.
good.
There you go.
There we go.
Let's
I
go.
love that. That's good. Okay, so what we're doing.
Apologies. Sorry, Will.
Thank you. Can you
All
apologize?
right, okay, I apologise
Thank
for
you.
saying Jimmy Barnes saying what about me?
Perfect. 7 days of Christmas.
7 days of Christmas. So what we're going to do is we're going to release 7 little things that you have to do over the space of 7 days, not consecutively, because we're going to space them out. So
Whenever we like.
7 things. We're going to do whatever we want. And it's going to be a little challenge or something that you got to do. Tag us on socials when you do it. We'll share it. And the winner of each day is going to get some sort of prize, i.e.
So people send in content for each.
send in
yeah.
content, put it
Great.
on your Instagram, tag us. We'll share it. We'll share all of them, but then we'll pick the winner.
Right.
So the first one that we're doing in 7 days of Christmas, BackChat Christmas, find a mate to subscribe to BackChat. So this can be on YouTube. This can be on
nice. I
on
like this.
what's that one? Spotify, because you can subscribe on Spotify now and Apple. And if you can get a video of you getting a mate, hey Hammer, can you get your phone out, subscribe to YouTube, and get that on film?
I would say, look, so you're explaining this to me because I missed this part of the meeting today.
Yep.
I would say bonus points in my position if it's a random, like
Yeah. Oh,
taxi
yeah.
driver,
Yep.
just, hey mate, like, and the video's you just pulling him up.
Yep.
I don't know, kebab shop owner would probably
Yeah.
be quite high.
Yep.
Great.
Bartender, that sort of
That's
stuff.
going to help you win a prize.
Yeah,
and
and shit, yeah,
the
well.
prize
Think
is
about what sort of prizes we'd have.
Mate, we're going to give a bottle of
Who are our
Whippersnapper.
sponsors?
Jeez, I got a really good opportunity for it tomorrow morning. I got a big wig.
So,
Okay.
so,
Jeez, that'll be massive.
so bonus points for celebrity status? Is that
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
saying?
yeah, bonus points for celebrity
Okay.
status.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we got Whippersnapper Whiskey, we got Shelter, we got Margaret River Roasting, we got all our sponsors that we're going to help us give away some prizes. So that's day 1. Day 2, drinking a shelter in an interesting place.
Yep.
There's plenty of places to get shelter everywhere.
BackChat podcast.
BackChat podcast. We're drinking one right now.
I'm winning right now.
You are in that singo. So again, tag. This one doesn't need to be a video. This can just be a photo. If you're at like the top of Mount Kilimanjaro or something,
I've been there.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you have a shelter on you?
No, I didn't have a shelter on me. I was 17 at the time.
You definitely would have won, and you will get a slab of shelter for that.
Yep.
Tag us, put it on Instagram. Number 3, wearing some BackChat merch. Again, just in a good place. A very good.
Now, this would be a limited selection. You will have had to have
Yeah.
ordered,
Yeah.
bought, and be wearing the BackChat merch. Unless you want to get creative, don't know how you'll do that without it.
and make some.
Make your own.
Sure.
That'd be big time.
Yep.
Thank you. Right,
Thank you.
okay, so day 3 is wearing your BackChat
BackChat
merch.
merch, yep.
Tag BackChat. All of this tag BackChat, otherwise we won't
We
get
can't
it.
see it. And we'll share them all again. We'll share them all and we'll pick the winner.
Yeah.
And you'll win some more BackChat merch with that one. Now, number 4 is a good one.
Challenging.
Yeah, challenging. It is thanks to our sponsor over at Leaderville Cameras. Get a photo with Lidio. Now, if you've been to Leaderville Cameras or driven past it, you would have seen this man's face plastered all over the entire building. The Lidmoji, as I'm calling it.
Yeah, it's like an emoji version of Lydia.
Yeah.
Bald man.
Yep.
Good looking fella. Smile on his face.
Much younger, but
It's
that's
all over
okay.
the store. All over the store.
And again, bonus points if you can get a photo with the actual Lidio. Just walk into Leaderville Cameras, say, I'm a big BackChat fan. Is Lidio here? I'd like to get a photo. I guarantee Lidio will come out for a pic.
Yeah.
Post that on Instagram.
I would say most of these prizes are going to be over $100 each.
Yep.
So this is worth your trouble.
Yeah, worth your time.
We'll
to
get
go.
Christmas time, you can either
like
keep
a
it for
voucher
yourself.
for Lido Cameras or a very special gift from there.
Been some pretty good tickets being handed out
That's
recently.
day 4. Day 5, whip down to Whippersnapper.
Okay.
Just a clever name. Now, not everyone's a whiskey drinker, but at Whippersnapper Distillery, they've got a great little coffee shop. They sell lots of good things. They do sell whiskey. It's present time.
It is present time.
Buy a bottle of whiskey for your dad. For
I
your
would
uncle,
say
for your mum, for your aunt.
Exactly. I would say if you don't drink whiskey, I reckon someone you know does.
Yep.
No question about it.
So you can be holding a bottle of Whippersnapper. Again, pick just a picture of that, or go down to the distillery, see Jimmy, see Ryan, see anyone there.
Points for creativity with this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you go and get a photo and you get the typical tourist shot outside the sign. Look great, and that's awesome. But I'll be giving full marks to creativity.
Yeah, creativity. I don't mind.
So that's day 5. Day 6, this is with the help of Margaret River Roasting. Bit more challenging, if you're not a coffee drinker.
Right.
But if you want to win some excellent Margaret River Roasting merch, because they have very good merch, I wear it all the time.
Hey, coffee. I got a big bag of coffee up there we haven't opened.
my
Big
cousin
bag.
works there.
Does he?
Yeah.
See,
There you
this
go.
is the sort of creative. See, maybe, I'm just
Anyway,
leave it
If,
with
if you're in the Vass area, a lot of people go down south this time of year. They've got a little coffee shop in Vass. Go down there.
That's the one he works at.
There you go.
There you go.
They are stocked all around Perth.
They are
so
stocked.
just think about that.
Find somewhere. Get a little pick somewhere.
Use your noggins.
Now, day number 7.
So that was going to be the end of it. Day 6.
Day
day 6. Yeah, Baker's.
Yep.
But
No,
we thought,
no, just a regular
but we
half
thought, what really unifies the BackChat audience, the community? What really brings everybody together? What is it, Dan?
It's the fillet of fish.
Holy shit.
Day 7,
Oh,
a
my.
video of yourself eating the fillet
Oh,
of fish.
far out.
Bonus points for the double patty. If you
Triple
want
points for spewing it back up, seriously.
and
It
yep.
won't be hard.
And again, it can be if it's just a video of you in a McDonald's car park eating a fillet of fish, incredibly sad.
What do you laugh at?
So, I don't know. I'm sure you know this about me. I've got a very uncanny ability to vomit on command.
I don't know
Are you
that.
pulling the trigger?
Pull the trigger, really going after it, and I could
could-
I could quite comfortably go and have a double fillet of fish and then
Reproduce it.
reproduce it,
Put it back in the packaging and say,
give it back.
I
and
want to
say-
be more sauce.
More sauce.
I don't think that's social media content.
No,
but
no.
shit, that'd be humour.
That could be a criminal offence.
It would it be? Oh, no. Well,
No.
I'll show you a
So
funny.
that's
Video. I'll
day-
show you a funny video later.
That's
on,
day
actually.
7. So day 1, get a mate to subscribe. Day 2, a shelter pick or a video. Day 3, wearing BackChat merch. Day 4, a pick with Lidio or the Lidmoji. 5, whip down to Whippersnapper. 6, drinking visit or wearing some Margaret Roasting merch. And day 7, filet o fish. Just eating it or handing it to a stranger. That would be another good
This is
video.
our way to give back to you at Christmas time. This is Christmas
And you
gift
win a
time.
prize for every single one of these things.
Bloody good. Well done, Dan. Nerily Meadows up tomorrow. She was a really great chat for those of you who listened to Kath Lochnan. They're both females in media. That's about all the likeness I have for you. It's a really good chat. Kath was really popular with our listeners. It was a really good podcast. I think you'll enjoy Nerily just as more. Just as much,
rather.
Maybe even more. Who knows?
potentially.
Or maybe Yeah.
So she's got some great stories, great experiences. Worked with a lot of,
lot of big names.
Yeah, a lot of big names. Like I was surprised actually.
Yeah, and she's been around the world doing this as well. Very cool.
She's up next on BackChat. That'll be released Wednesday morning.
Yes, and we should also probably say that. So this is episode 81. This will be our second last episode for the year.
Of the BackChat show on Tuesdays.
Of the BackChat show on the Tuesdays.
Next week will be our last
Next
show.
week will be our last. So
not ever. Just for
2022, and then we're back mid-January. But just as a heads up, this will be our second last. So next week we'll do something special. But sorry, this shelter's just coming back up.
Holy moly! Wash it down with a fillet of fish. We've got some highlight episodes.
Yeah, they're gonna be great.
I've just heard them. They're bloody outstanding, really bloody good. So get ready for that over Christmas time. Now it's time for this. Really good. Roving sport correspondence. It's bloody time for this. Now, we ask you, the listeners, we don't know what we're talking about in the sporting realm other than the AFL, and then we don't really even know what we're talking about there either.
Yep.
But we're throwing it out there. People write into us. Tell us about the sports that we've assigned to you. So the NFL correspondent, Saxon. You're up first, Saxon.
Here we go. This better be good.
What's that sigh about?
There's 3 emails here. So,
oh boy.
Now, I would never, ever come at a listener, especially when we're asking them to do things for free.
Yep, no question.
Ask everyone who works here to do stuff for free, but not our listeners.
Yep.
Right? We won't come at them.
Yep.
Come at Dan very easily. Mm-hmm. I just think maybe, I've read through Saxon's, I think maybe just need a bit more, I don't know. I'd like this to be for people who don't follow NFL.
Right.
And I think this is a bit too much ESPN report. Okay. I'll read you the first one.
Sure.
And then you can summarise it.
Understood. Okay.
Oh, a bit of banter off the top. Not bad, Saxon. Hello, Will and Dan, and Hamish if he shows up.
Fuck you.
Was here. The explicit tag on the episode.
Bills, after beating the Browns in Detroit last week, became the first team to win back-to-back games at Ford Field after beating the Lions on Thanksgiving, despite it being the Lions' home ground. After only putting up 3 points last week, the Jets decided to bench second overall pick Zach Wilson for Mike White, who threw for 305 yards and 3 touchdowns in just 3 quarters to help blow out the Bears.
That's huge.
New quarterback won in New York. To the surprise of everyone, the Jaguars mascot today had a wardrobe malfunction and showed up to the game in just a Speedo, helping rally Jackson to a fourth quarter comeback and upset the Ravens. Image attached below. Would love to see Scully recreate it. I pretty much am, Saxon. Got to be honest, right now.
Sure.
Tune in on YouTube and have a look at what I'm wearing. I look very similar to...
You actually do. Yeah, there you go.
That's 1 of 3. I did miss one, so it's 1 of 2 this week.
Okay. That was, I'll be honest, that was okay, I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Second one, hello, Will and Dan, and Hamish if he shows up. Oh, no, this is a repeat. That's
double copy and
okay.
paste.
Hello, Will, Hamish and Dan. Big week for the Browns after serving his 12-game suspension. Don't ask what for the $240 million man Deshaun Watson returned to the lineup and was able to get a 27-14 win over the team that traded him away for 5 first-round picks, the Texans. Dan's Cowboys got a huge win over the Colts, smashing them 54-19.
33 points in the final quarter.
Okay, boy. Okay. In a rematch of last year's AFC Championship, the Bengals were able to get it done against the Chiefs, 27-24. The exact same scoreline as last year's game. Only a few more weeks until playoffs. Can't wait. From Saxon.
Well, Saxon, I take back my earlier expletives.
You okay with that?
Yeah, I was okay with that. I think it was a bit much, and I'm not a big NFL guy, so I'd like it a little bit more pointed and a bit humorous.
I don't mind I don't need humour.
I don't mind a little humour here and there, though.
I'm an NFL guy, so I read it and I'm like, yeah,
makes sense,
great.
but it doesn't make sense to me. I was at my cousin's wedding on the weekend.
Yes,
and it was done at a Catholic church, and I am not a Catholic. And I'm sitting in this church having I've been to a Catholic wedding before, and it's the whole Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and they're doing all the things and signing all the books, and it's all very much, it's proper. It's to the letter of the Lord.
That's right.
Anyway, this Filipino priest, Father Gerald, just said, you know what, flip this one on its head. And he just started riffing, humour, throwing jabs out there, throwing banter. He was hilarious. Me and my 3 brothers were sitting there, pissing our pants at this guy in the wedding. And then halfway through, he goes to my cousin Jess and her husband Simon. Now, Jess and Simon, I feel like I'm pretty personal and I know you guys a lot, so I'd really like to sing you a song.
Nice.
Yes.
And the priest, mid-wedding, starts singing a song from Moulin Rouge, the movie. And I am pissing my pants to the point of the whole pew just shaking. I'm 104 kilos and I'm rocking the bloody whole church. That's how you should be doing a roving
Let's
report.
Get down to business to defeat the Hun. That one.
I could be. I'm not 100%.
Mr. I'll make a man out of you.
there?
Could be. It could have been that. Shit,
it's a
it
good
was
song.
humour.
Is that
And so yeah.
Oh, I just
Oh, not Mulan. The actual.
Mulan. I was like, great.
Anyway, I got to the point
Moulin Rouge.
where I went out to the area where everyone congregated post-wedding, sought the bloke out and shook his hand and said, that's the best wedding I've ever been to.
Great.
That was, I piss your pants funny. That's how I want a roving report to be.
That's what we want Saxon.
That's what we want
the
Saxon
best
to do.
thing we've ever heard.
So I don't want your prim and proper report. Throw something at me that's a bit different.
Thank you very much,
Moulin
Saxon.
Rouge.
We love your bloody work, mate. Ryan Robertson.
Yeah, still excellent.
What were
Saxon.
you going with?
Mulan.
Mulan.
As
As
in
in-
like the
Kids movie.
The Disney movie. Yeah.
Disney movie with the dragon
And
and
you
the...
started ripping one of the songs off the top. Knew it word for word. Talking about songs we know word for word. Spotify Wrapped, that was getting absolutely pulverised
Oh,
over
yeah,
the week.
shit, yeah, it was.
I'll give you my top 5 artists.
I would love to hear your top
Let's
five
go,
I've
artists.
let's go.
screenshotted it.
Yep, let's
Can I-
go bang, bang, bang.
I'm going to go 1 through 5 in order that's given.
Okay.
Your top artist. 1, Frank Ocean.
That's okay, that's
2.
fine. People your age listen to that. Yep.
Your age. We're the same age. 2, Gang of Youths. 3, Beach House.
What's Beach House?
Good.
Yeah, but who are they? What? Give me one of their songs. Sing it.
We'll
Let's
just sing
get
another.
down to business. I just listened to that song. 4, First Aid Kit. Swedish duo.
What?
Good. Very
Dirk.
good.
Real alternate stuff over there.
Dirk.
Number 5,
Dirk
The Wiggles.
Const. The Wiggles, number 5.
Yes. You want me to go?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll go from 5 up.
Yeah, I like it. Mix it up a little bit.
Anderson .Paak, 5.
Yeah, nice. Good.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, 4.
Wow.
3. Trolls soundtrack.
I've been with you in the car while you've played that for the
Sure.
boys.
I play Trolls to put the kids to sleep. Well, Sid mainly. I play Trolls soundtrack, but it's good music. It's like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, of course it is.
Bit of Ariana
Grande. Yep.
Sounds like a coffee I'd order.
And Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Number 2, Loyal Kana.
Yeah, yep.
Happy with that?
Yep.
Number 1, the fucking Southern River Band. How
Yeah,
about that? We
shit,
bloody
yeah.
love that. I'll tell you what.
That's unreal. Well, I'll start at 3. A little bit different. 3 is Metallica
Wow.
for me. 4 is Rage Against the Machine.
Why are you going up?
2 is the Foo Fighters. 5 is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And 1 is Tool.
You would love Southern River Band.
Yeah, of course I would.
Just rock. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, top genre rock. There
Sorry,
you go.
we got a bit off track there. Ryan
anyway,
Robertson,
we're back.
EPL correspondent. Oh, here we go. This is from Robbo. Now, this is the man. Yeah, okay, he touches on it here. Hello, fellas. Hope you're well. Just an update in regards to my last report around the Cristiano Ronaldo situation.
Yeah,
CR7
CR7. Here we
to
go.
the Beijing Space Flyers. I gave you guys a scoop that he was off to the Beijing Space Flyers. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
this seems to have fallen through at the last minute due to a
Disappointing.
huge bid coming in from a Saudi Arabian team, Al Nassr, for 186 million over 3 years, which would see him playing until he's 40 years old. I'm told by a close source, aka the head of security,
Yeah.
that he's rejected this offer as he still wants to play Champions League football. He's likely to stay in the EPL, go to Chelsea. However, if he leaves, it'll be off to Bayern Munich in Germany. Sorry for the long email, Hammer, but needed an important update after the Space Flyers debacle.
Well, that wasn't long. That was very to the point. I like it.
People are scared of you, mate.
Are Portugal still in the World Cup?
Yes.
There was Ronaldo on the Piers Morgan interview that he did.
Yes.
At the end of it said, if it comes to Portugal, Argentina in the final, Messi scores 2, Ronaldo scores 2, and in the last minute he scores and gets a hat-trick and wins, he'll retire.
Right.
So
I mean, that's
So
yeah,
many.
pretty easy to say, and that's a easier said than done situation.
absolutely.
But the stars can align.
As I'm looking, Portugal play Switzerland Wednesday, 3 a.m. So,
I'll be not watching
okay.
that one. I'll be
Perfect.
fast asleep.
Okay.
Will you watch the final if it's at a good time?
No. Oh, if it's at a good time,
11
yeah.
p.m.
shit, yeah.
on a Sunday. It's
11 p.m. on a Sunday? No, not for me.
okay. Very good. Matty Harris, cycling correspondent.
Matty Harris. I know Matty Harris.
I don't know if we've.
Has he
I don't know if
an
we've
application?
approved this.
I love that he's just come straight in.
Yeah.
If we haven't approved it, I bloody love it.
Okay,
Can anyone remember approving a cycling correspondent?
Yep, I've just had to put
Charlie said he's
I've put
new.
my arbitrating hat on. Let's go.
Well, I don't think
Ready?
this is asking for arbitration. This is straight into it.
I like it.
As a 102 kilo middle-aged bald man,
He's in. Sign. Tick. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Welcome to the team, Matty. Not the Matty Harris that I know.
Scoey. Hello, BackChat crew.
102 is generous,
I
mate.
can't think of anyone better for your listeners to picture in tight lycra whilst giving updates on races with names such as Omloop Het Nesbold
That's a
and
good one.
La Flèche Wallone.
Yeah, La Flèche Wallone. He's my guy.
Maybe I can help the listeners with some quick explainers. So this is an application, obviously. Maybe I can help the listeners with some quick explainers during Le Tour or the Giro d'Italia to explain why 120 cyclists who start the race have no chance of winning and only about 5 do. I can even help explain the difference between a derailer and a clincher.
I'd love to know this.
I would love to know what a clincher is. Cycling is a winter sport, Euro summer, so footy might be in the way, but cycling chat could be a way of breaking up the constant tackling and footy strongman chat with some 50-kilo Colombians with shaved legs.
I'm all for this guy.
Here to help if Hammer lets me in, chapeau. That's a French term for a good ride.
Wow.
Kind regards, Matt.
That's as good an application as we've had, Matty. I'm a big fan.
You're,
Tick.
You're hired.
You're hired.
You
Welcome.
had me at ball.
Yeah, you had me at 102 kilos. You also had me by 2 because I'm 104. Anyway.
Now, okay. Hugh Park, horse racing correspondent.
Yeah, we've got this. He's already got his job, hasn't he? Yep.
G'day, Scoey, Dan, and Hammer, if in attendance.
Yep, sure.
Some big news for our local jockeys in the last couple of weeks, with Melbourne Cup winning jockey Mark Zara, is that right?
Yep.
Winning the Singapore Gold Cup aboard Hong Kong Great last week, with Caulfield Cup winning jockey Michael C. aboard the second place runner, Super Impact. James McDonald has also won the Jockey of the Year award this week.
Good on him.
Although originally from New Zealand, we may as well chuck him in the Pavlova and Russell Crowe column and take him for ourselves. The Crown Perth Winterbottom Stakes was run at Ascot last week.
Yes, it was.
And was taken out by Pauley Lell. Paulele.
Palele, I think.
Thank you. At $13 odds ridden by
Flew down the outside.
odds and ridden by Ben Malham.
Big fan of Ben.
That's it.
That's a bit more on it, please, but that's good.
I like a bit of
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth. And also, I think another situation whereby people who don't listen to horse racing, you've just heard some results.
Yes.
So,
Means nothing to me.
Nah, it
That's
doesn't.
why I need a little bit of
throw something in there. Find a stat where someone won 300,000.
Some bloke tripped and ended up riding the horse backwards for the last 200 and still won. That'd be
exactly.
great.
Oh, well, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Time for a new segment. That's you.
Yeah, nice.
Hamish's Hammer Time.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. So we're in the midst of a Hammer Time right now.
Yeah, we are. We've got our T-shirts on, and obviously there's been a bit
singlet.
that's a singlet, and that's a long
fucking
sleeve.
skivvy.
So hang on a minute. If we average them out, and that's average it out, and we're all wearing a T-shirt. So obviously been a lot of feedback that I go missing and haven't been in attendance. I've ticked over the 50%, so I'm getting there.
Congrats, well done.
Thank you kindly. And I'm back with another Hammer Time. So I did speak about a while ago that we were going to do our Chris Kringle Santa Steele sort of situation.
Yes.
Yankee swap. First I heard it called.
The Yankee swap.
It sounds like something else you've got out of one of your erotic
Mulan's,
novels.
yeah. You've been watching too much Mulan.
Tokyo Sandblaster.
Tokyo Sandblaster.
Thank you.
There you go.
Stay tuned to Patreon for Dan's 50 trays
50
of
trays
fries.
of fries. So we're going to go ahead and do next week our Santa Steele.
Yes.
Now, to recap what that is, there is 6 people in attendance here tonight. We said 7, but there are
Hamish,
actually 6.
Dan, Will, Charlie, Kat, Damon.
6 people in attendance, as I've said. The way this will work is...
Saying who it was.
Sorry. It's a $20 buy-in. You have $20 to buy the best present that you can for $20.
Right.
And throw it all on the table in here, and we do a live draw next week.
For our last show.
For our last show.
Christmas last show.
Christmas last
This will
show.
be in the midst of the 7 days of Christmas as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, shit, yeah, it will
So it's
be.
all about presents. All
And
about Christmas.
all about presents, all about love. The way it works is you draw a number, 1 through 6. You draw 1, you pick the first present. Whoever draws
any
two,
present?
any present.
Are they
There's
wrapped?
six.
They're
They're wrapped. There's 6 presents in there. You pick it up, you unwrap it.
Are you gonna be wrapping yours, or is that an Alex job?
I'll put it in a bag, paper bag.
That's good enough. Yeah, that's a paper bag. That's fine. Person number 2 gets to pick another of the 5 presents remaining.
Yes.
They open it and they say, okay, I either like this one and I'm happy to keep it, or I like that one better that you've already opened, so I'm swapping you.
Yes.
So basically, you do that until the last person. The last person has the pick of everything they want.
Right.
The first person is just, everyone sort of gets,
So
you get
person
shafted.
6 gets
Person
to
6
basically
gets the
open
best
a present
pick.
and then go, actually,
I want
the Game Boy
anything that I can
Advance.
see. Yeah.
Right.
The Game
So
Boy Advance
huge-
for $20. Don't know where you're finding that.
Huge picking.
Yeah, you want the 6. But anyway, we will do that next week. And
$20 limit.
$20 limit. Yep.
The pick
Receipt
6.
in the back.
Receipt in the bag because I
No
know that
cheating.
Dan's going to cheat.
No cheating.
Yeah.
And so
You know I'm
how do
gonna
you win?
spend more, but-
do you win just by it? Is
Well-
there a competition for the best present?
Well, I mean, it's the
You're just gonna
competition.
get the best present.
I think you just get the best present. That's the way it works.
We bloody love it. Time for this.
You said it, we read it.
Just testing you out over there, Damo. You send it, we read it. Brought to you by Leadable Cameras. You want to get involved in this segment, send us an email, hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. If you send something into that email,
We will read it.
thank you very much. As we said on our 7 days of Christmas, get down to Leadable Cameras. They're on Oxford Street, Leadable, right in the middle of Oxford Street between Leadable and Mount Hawthorn. You can get all your electronic stuff. You can get all your cameras, stand,
parking nearby as
lighting, great parking. Must admit, some of the best parking going around. There's really good
It's
parking.
legit.
But don't forget about what they've got in store. They've got a printing segment on the second level. They've got a lot of stuff in there, and you'll need to get there to get your photo with Lydio.
Yeah, you will.
I've got a feeling it's going to be maybe the best prize of the 7 days of Christmas for that in particular, because I know it's difficult to get in there, but you might want to go out of your way and do that.
You also get $20 back, which is nice.
Tell them Scully sent you. You get $20 off, one per person, one purchase
I'm a
only.
$20 back sort of guy.
Okay,
Buy a
perfect.
$4 something and you get your 16 back.
I'd like you to get down there and do that.
I will.
You've been a lot of talk since you've been in here, and when you don't come, we don't hear about it. Ethan Rudd sends in. Shout out. Oh, this is you.
Wow. Shout out to Shelter for putting on a good show over the weekend at Par 3 in Bustleton.
I don't know what that means.
You looked at me as if I was saying something wrong, but I'm just reading what's in front of you.
Sure.
Par 3 in Bustleton.
Assume
Par
that's-
3, Bustleton.
This is you, Charlie. Dan's doing your job right now.
The family holiday Bustleton. It's a Broadwater. Okay, it's just it's like a
Accommodation?
little farm that has a mini golf course.
Oh,
there you go.
Maybe they played there.
They must have done something.
Well, I'm calling the boys.
Shout out.
Dixon Cider.
G'day, legends and Dan. Was thinking over summer you boys could do a sporting challenge.
Dixon Cider. That's how they are.
You can't even put your own name on it, coward. Every few weeks, you compete in a sporting challenge with the loser getting a dare from the other contestants. Then, once the dare has been completed, the loser then must choose the next challenge. Examples: longest drive at the range, probably Hammer.
Me.
Who can bowl the most pies? Definitely Dan.
Yes, correct.
You could let your listeners know when and where so we can come and heckle you all. Also, Roaming Charlie could make an appearance with live interviews with the contestants, and if any, turn up the hecklers. You could also add in some guest appearances to make things more interesting, or for the chance FIFO Hammer doesn't show up. Yeah. Keep up the good work, lads. Your show makes my drives a lot more enjoyable.
Well done, Dixon. Really
Yeah,
good.
I actually quite like that. That was nice. And the idea is pretty good too.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd smack you in a lot. Actually, not at the moment. I'm playing shithouse golf.
You beat us in golf.
I would beat you in a long drive contest.
Yeah,
contest.
absolutely.
What's
you
your
would.
drive at?
Oh, well, it depends
Long.
on... long. I'm a long hitter of the lammer.
I'm
from
one of the
Caddyshack.
worst golfers you'll ever find, so I have no doubt about
I reckon I
that.
could maybe hit 150.
What would you pick to win, Dan?
That's gutless.
Like, what would you pick?
Yeah,
to
what
say-
sporting thing could
to
you beat
Dan and I?
Hamish and I out?
Well, I don't know. Honestly, like a sport where only one person competes in something.
What about like darts?
I could dart. That'd be good.
Yeah.
fun.
I was at
darts.
the... what's the
Here you
place
go.
in...
I was at a dart tournament. I won.
No, shit, I'm not very good at darts. What's that joint in the city that is darts?
Northbridge.
Yeah.
The darts, like the digital darts.
Yeah, what's
thing.
it called? The place. I was there the other day. It was unreal.
Dart House.
Dartarama.
Can't remember what it was called. Fly House or something? I don't know.
The Dart House.
I don't think it's called the Dart House. In fact, I know it's not called the Dart
How
House.
did you go?
It was fun. Very, very fun. They have different games. I wasn't great, but
Mini golf? I mean, mini golf. So
I'm actually very
chance.
good at mini golf.
mini golf is just putting, isn't it? Yeah.
Trish Matheson, Pritter Plus.
You've
I've skipped a lot.
Hi boys, have more time on my hands, so another story from this week's pod with Colin Young. In July 2014, on our annual visit to WA to see rallies, and of course an Eagles game. Playing Richmond in the wet, pissing down all game, and Pritter was best on ground in our loss that night.
Of course he was.
The next day, Gary Ablett was injured, and I put my bet on for Pritter to win the Brownlow. I'm not a big gambler, just a few of my dad's genes in me. My tab account is still in the black from this, and a few wins on the races at cup time.
Unreal.
Hammer, loved your 11 rules, have written them down.
Well done. I'm going to write them down and put them up there.
We're going to put them on merch and sell them.
Yeah,
so I hope you copyright
As long as
it.
you're okay. I'm proud to say I've raised two wonderful men now in their 40s. In their early years / teens as a single mum, and am so blessed. We went through some ups and downs, as all families do, I'm sure. Being a Claremont Waffle supporter in the 60s, I loved watching your pop run around for the Tigers.
There you go. 1964 premiership player in Brayshaw.
There you go. Thanks
too
again
bad,
for
mate.
keeping me
Yourself.
entertained each week. Love, Trish.
Trish, that's a bloody good email.
That's as good as it gets. Well done,
Seriously.
Trish.
I don't know if I can fault that. That's just
Yeah,
a
that
bloody
was
great
I
email.
will just say, and this is not a thing on Trish, the 11 rules is a Patreon-only thing. So if you want to know what those are, you have to be on Patreon.
Yes,
So
that is
Trish is a
correct.
Patreon.
Very
Respect
good,
the shit
Trish.
out of that, Trish.
Now, while we're reading that, I did think there's not an email here in this segment that was sent through. I'm sure it was an email around Bob Marley. So it was a reply to going to Bob Marley's house. So Charlie, so if you can have a look for that,
Okay.
please. I've seen it, whether it be on socials, could be on socials, could be
You've
on
seen
email.
the reply to that. The guy who went to Bob Marley's house.
Yeah, it
Or
was
the
actually a
woman-
lady.
The lady
Wasn't
who
it
went
Trish?
to Bob Marley's house.
It could have been
Was it
Trish.
Trish?
I think Trish said that she went to the Windies tour and went
Oh,
to
yeah,
Bob
she
Marley's
did
house.
say that.
Have a look on socials and email, please, Charlie. While we're having a chat.
Trish.
Let's go back up, Dan, to Kane Burt.
G'day, Will, Dan, and
That's
Hamish,
all right.
if he's there.
Okay,
Just
here
a
we go.
thought I had regarding the AFL fixture. Excuse me. Not taking you coughing all day. Not taking anything away from Geelong. Clear best team in 2022. However, when you factor in that they played North Melbourne twice for an easy 8 points and a massive percentage boost, it creates a bit of an unfair ladder positioning. I've had an idea to change it. 17 games locked in. Everyone plays everyone once.
Yep.
And the home venues alternate year by year. Examples, Eagles v Freo in 2023 and Freo v Eagles in 2024. After the end of the 17 rounds, you go into a mini conference, if you will. 1 and 6 play each other once, 7 and 12 play each other, and 13 and 18 play each other. This will help determine who is actually the best side of the year in the top bracket. 13 and 18 should have no bearings on finals, and that 7 and 8 spot can be well and truly up for grabs. It stops teams getting the easy teams of the year twice, whilst other teams play harder opponents twice. Thoughts and suggestions are welcome, and interested in what a couple of former AFL players have to say on this. Thanks for the quality content. Regards, Kane.
Kane.
I mean, this has been thrown up a bit, this one. I'm seeing this bracket thing, and I really like it.
Yeah, so do I.
Like, it's really good. I think as a player, it would be good. I think you'd feel like it's a fair draw. Like,
Yeah,
if you're 13 to 18th after 17 rounds, you're not making finals anyway.
I don't think so.
So
And
we
I
don't need to
think-
worry about them.
I think it cancels out the idea of if you're vying for top 4 and the team that finishes 4 plays a bottom 4 side twice,
Yes.
and you don't,
Yes.
then there's an extra 4 points for you.
And even like coming towards, it adds interest, not just
Yeah.
at the end of the season, but coming
fixturing.
towards.
coming towards the bottom, the last
like
3 or 4 games.
rounds 14, 15, 16, 17, you're trying to get up into the 1st to 6 bracket.
Yeah.
Get out of the 13 to 18, like 13 to 12 real tight.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's
Very
good.
good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
I
game.
don't see many negatives to it. Like,
Because this last couple of years, last 3 years, they've been sort of scheduling on the fly towards the back end. So it's not
Yes.
like they, it's
And
not possible.
I think it also, like, the TV rights is where the AFL make a shitload of their money. And I don't think you're losing much out of doing this. Like, you might lose a game or 2, but I think the interest in it is enormous.
The bottom games, you probably no one's going to watch because
Well,
it has no bearings. But
You wouldn't even play them. 13 to 18,
Yeah.
you hit the showers.
It's-
Have an early off season.
it's very good. Now, thank you, Kane. Very good. Now, I was correct, right? Trish Matheson, as requested, Charlie's put here, as should be sitting in front of me, is fucking Tony.
Her subject line.
I thought that was
Take that
Charlie.
back. Take that back.
Sorry,
We
Charlie.
don't have a bad word
I
to
thought
say
that was
about
just
Charlie
like,
or
as
Trish.
requested. A request.
Here you go.
Any other emails? The cracks over there, Charlie? Okay.
Hi, boys. Photo 1.
So this is off the back of last week or the week before. Trish wrote in and ended her email. It was an email about something else. She said,
Yeah, about going to the cricket in the West Indies.
to the Caribbean.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, and I went to...
Someone said you got to get to a Windies tour.
No worries, had the best time of my life. It was awesome. Went to Bob Marley's house and then just continued on.
It's just a throwaway line. Hang on.
Sorry.
Double take
If
that.
you went to Bob Marley's
Love it.
house, please
Bob Marley's
confirm.
house, yeah, thank you.
Trish has got back in touch.
So, hi, boys. Photo 1, back wall of his house where he sat to write this wonderful song. So, it's a photo of Trish.
No, it's photo 4 is photo 1.
Okay, photo 4 is photo 1. Okay.
It's a photo of his back wall
Photo
with the
2,
lyrics on it.
backyard in the background, one of his sons. Photo 3, impressive statue at the front of his house. And photo 4, this guy is famous in Jamaica as he played in Bob's band. Photo taken at Chris Gale's bar in Kingston. The house is very
the capital
basic.
city of Jamaica.
Out of the back is a small theatre, which shows film of his life and how he came from nothing. One of the best experiences of my life. As I said last week, love Trish.
Trish, that's massive. Well done.
Really good Trish.
I want to go.
Love
there.
the follow up too.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
statue there.
You can
the
tell
pics-
Trish knows what she's
Yeah,
doing. She could
Trish
be
is
a
all for
roving
it.
correspondent, I think. A roving correspondent.
Could do.
just
yeah.
of life.
Yeah. Stefan Canny.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find
Spotify
this.
Wrapped. Stefan Canny. Spotify Wrapped.
Hey Dan, Will, and Hammer, but I'm assuming with his track record this week he'll be off.
Yep. There you go.
This is what happens in podcasts.
That's
mate.
fair
You're
enough,
not
mate.
consistent.
Hey, I'll
just-
stamp it out. Don't worry, I'll be
Very
here.
good.
In
Very
episode 60, you read out my first email I ever sent. In the email, I said that I was starting your podcast from episode 1. And at the time I wrote the email, I was up to episode 24.
Wow.
I just wanted to send you a couple of screenshots of my Spotify wrap-up. After listening to you guys for 9,550 minutes, I can finally forgive Will and the Eagles for winning the 2018 Grand Final, which then forced my father-in-law to walk around Bali singing "We Are the Champions" for a good solid 3 hours non-stop.
Huge. I'm a
Just
big fan of
curious,
that.
have you ever read? Have you read ever email?
Every?
Have
It's
you
meant to
read
say
every
I was meant to say, have you
sorry.
read every email?
email, or is there one that broke down the grand final that you haven't read yet? Keep up the good work, fellas.
No, we actually read, Stephen, that email you were talking about. You are correct. It was. I don't think it was on a podcast. We did it as a standalone, YouTube episode. So you have to jump over to YouTube to get that.
Yeah, subscribe as well while you're at it.
So thank you very much,
very
Hamish.
good.
Stephen.
Can't teach that.
Stephen has listened to every single episode.
Stephen.
Coming from deep as well. Like
Yeah,
he
it's huge.
Come from a while back. Number 4
we
on the
talking
list.
how
It's
far
come from
back?
the top rope.
How far back are we talking? Like you and Butsy sort of areas?
No, they don't exist.
Don't exist.
Nah. Episode 20 would have been is Dan and I probably guestless, just talking,
Just chewing the fat.
rambling.
Sydney
Riffing.
Curtin University.
Number 4 on the list, the BackChat basketball show. Did you say that?
It's a very good show.
What goes on over there?
Lots of good things. Greg Heyer, former Perth Wildcat, myself and Ben, we talk about all the comings and goings of the NBA. So it's all basketball related. We get guests on. We had Brady Manick.
Oh, yeah.
Did I hear
Import.
a sneaky rumour that Bryce Cotton might
Bryce Cotton is on the agenda.
Wow.
Just trying to figure that
Boy,
out.
That's a big ticket
boy,
item for the
boy.
BackChat Basketball podcast.
It is. It is.
How do you find that?
You just go search BackChat Basketball Show. It is not on the BackChat feed, but it is on the BackChat YouTube channel. So you can, if you like to watch them, they do come up on YouTube. But if you want to listen to it only, it's you got to search for it.
The last email of you sent it, we read it, maybe my favourite of the week, nay, year, Mark Holland.
Message. Did Dan pay for his blue tick on Twitter? Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I didn't. And you can find that out. It literally,
Dug up about it.
Mark, you could, if it takes you about 2 seconds, just go to Twitter, you tap on the blue tick and it tells you if they paid for it or not.
Right.
Yep.
So you're payless.
Can you pay to make that say you didn't pay for it?
No, I don't think you can.
Very
Oh,
good.
that's funny.
That's it for you, Senate. We read
So
it.
Mark, show me
Oh,
your blue tick.
Okay.
Ooh, cop that. You can pay for one, Mark.
Fine time, bloody
Oh,
oath.
hello.
Last week you missed this. We donated $1,000.
I didn't miss this. I was here. You're jumping on the bandwagon now too.
Sorry,
My
it's
goodness.
Just, it's just all blurring into one.
Yeah,
I don't know when
isn't
you're
it?
here, when you aren't
Yeah.
here. You were here. Last week we donated $1,000 to Men's Talk. It was bloody outstanding. We do that through this segment, which is fines, where we run a footy fine show for all of your fines. You want to get involved in this, jump on our website, backchatpodcast.com.au fines, and you can submit your fines. Fine your mum, your dad, your uncle, your grandpa, your grandma, your auntie, your sister, Hamish, Dan, Charlie.
Fine yourself.
Charlie's been fineless. Maybe fine him for where the fuck's Charlie gone?
Fine Mike
He's in the room, no microphone. Tell you what, it's bloody times are
We've been
changing.
swearing a little bit more than usual
Mate.
this episode. We have, I found.
I haven't been.
There's been a few more
Not happy with
expletives.
that?
No, I'm fine with it. I mean, there's been the F-bomb dropped a number of times.
Today.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember doing that.
You just did, like just then. Cursing.
Okay, so the other thing that people like to do in this is write interesting names and just having a little browse across these because this is the first time I looked at it. And a couple of jokes is involved.
A couple of good ones. Beautiful.
E-Rex
can't
Sean.
read
E-Rex Sean. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Fines Hammer, $2. Was going to become the best podcaster in the Brayshaw family, but then stopped rocking up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wow,
That's a hard one to top. Pun intended, E-Rex
You
Sean.
can't do this.
This
You
is,
can.
I can't
Do
read
it.
this one. You know who you are, whoever you're listening. ICOM. Okay, that's all it is. You know what I'm talking
Come
about.
on, let me.
No,
I want to hear it.
No, I can't.
Do it
This
off
isn't- you
do it
said-
off mic.
This isn't. I'll do it on Patreon. I'll tell you over at Patreon what the name was.
Okay.
I. The first name starts with I. The last name is Com. That's all.
COM.
That's it. Stop.
I'm gonna just
Who gets
let
fined?
the- get the
Adrian
wheels
Barrich and
together.
Scully. Okay,
about
Barra.
time Barra got fined.
One of the greats of the game, Barra. And Scully. Well, I'm not sure what Scully's. $5. Game is on at 11 p.m. Wednesday, lads. Not Thursday. Also keep an eye out on Japanese superstar Yuri Nator to take the Blue Samurai to the promised land. He's saying Barra. Mark
Yes,
Reddings.
it's very clever, actually.
Mark Reddings was recognised, Shelter footy cast extraordinaire. Mark Reddings. Skeet's been doing TV for 30 years.
Yeah, no
Reckons he's
question.
never been recognised more than people that recognise him from the Shelter footy cast, right?
Yep.
Bloke come up to him, mate, I just love your bloody work on the Shelter footy cast. You're just outstanding stuff, Barra. We just bloody love it.
Got that.
Jeff Wicktorski finds himself $3. I'm finding myself $5. He's upped at $2.
I don't mind that.
For hydrating myself
Forgotten.
way too much at the Campfield on grand final day last year. On the way to the stadium, I saw a helmeted Hamish and his better half, Lexi, walking around the stadium and drunkenly yelled out, "Angus!" only to be politely corrected by Hammer. It's Hamish. Angus was obviously playing in the big dance. Sorry, Hammer. Definitely blame the booze for that mishap.
No,
Anyway.
I was pretty pissed too, so that's probably why I said Hamish.
Anyway, Will, hope you and the boys had a great time at the Northern Cup the other week. Minus $2 fine, so I do apologise to me for not asking you for a photo there because you hate getting pics. Jeff from Northam. No worries. Thank
Good on you, Jeff.
You actually do love getting pics. So if anyone does see you, definitely go up and ask for a pic. Because I've been with you multiple times and you always happily give them out.
Don't you? You're a loving.
There's a difference between
generous
happily
guy.
giving something out and loving getting them.
He
Just
loves
so
it.
you
He
know.
loves
it.
getting 'em.
He loves
I
it.
tell you who does love it, Dan.
Dan.
If you ever see Dan out, that's the person who
If you ever
wants
see Dan out, please go up and ask Dirk for a photo.
Do not talk to my son.
I can read this one. Anita Hardcock. Look how funny it is.
It's so stupid.
Anita, thank you for the fine. Scully, $3. Fine goes to Will. He asks every guest what their best accomplishment is, not in their chosen sport. I do. But always finishes off by saying, we don't care about their achievements in their chosen sport. I do that too. Notice that you didn't say it to JL, bud. $3 fine for being a pussy.
yeah, cop that.
You got buttered.
You
Love
did
the
get
work.
butted.
Love the work, lads. I love that, Anita. Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
Luke offered. I'm just so scared reading this out now. I think that's normal. Hayden Oakley, $5 fine. Erroneously fining me last week, not realising that one of his only 6 friends does actually live in the back chat. Perhaps if you took more of an interest in your friends, you would have more than 6 of them, mate. Or
Yep.
maybe consider scaling that number back, as it seems like it may be too many for you to handle. Still on for squash on Monday?
I gotta be good at squash quietly.
Wilma Fingerdo, what's in? Anyone who didn't stay up to watch the Socceroos v Denmark game, $5 fine. Pretty self-explanatory. $5 fine for anyone who chose a decent night's sleep over the most important Socceroos game in 16 years. I hope the cheering woke you up. Amanda Hungenkiss fines Will $2. Classic. Most of his luck will be proud of that one.
Yeah, one.
$2. Always giving shit about Dan's challenge, but without the first Dan's challenge, you wouldn't have the first question you ask every guest. Good work, Dan. Without your hard work, Will would be lost. No rebuttal. Very good. Do you write that one in, Dad?
No, rebuttal.
Champion. Will Stronghold. Dan, what? I feel like that has... Okay, Dan, $1. So we all know about Beautiful Scully's wife. Oh, we know how Beautiful Scully's wife is, but he was an AFL player, so that is expected. However, we saw Dan's misso on socials the other night, and she is an absolute stunner. $1 fine for Dan for not sharing tips to other average Joes like us about how to land a Sheila like that.
That's
That is
it's humour.
very good. Saxon Souness, our NFL reporter.
Yep.
Mac Rebels Schooler, $2.69 for skipping the boarding house camp in preference to go to his sister's B&F in Geelong. He was only there to rizz up.
Fair enough.
great.
Brendan Decker. Matt Ryan, who plays for, God knows who he plays for anymore. Who's he quarterback for now?
No, he's the goalkeeper for.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The
he is.
Socceroos.
It's not the quarterback. $5.90 for not blaming the midfielders when he royally stuffed up and gave up the winning goal. Time of goal is 59 minutes. Fine is $5.90.
Sure.
Brendan Decker, Aziz Bayic, he is the left back for the Socceroos. $8 for not blaming the midfielders and the forwards after he became the dad of the entire Argentinian team except one fellow defender who deflected his would-be wonder goal. Backs getting to work. Time of shot was 80 minutes. Fine is $8.
Last one.
Yep, last one. Alfred Morrow's Willy Boy gets the fine $10. G'day, gents. Sir Alfred here again.
Yep. Sure.
Again?
This is a long fine. I'm fining Will for something he said on Monday's Shelter Sportscast. Following the Socceroos' devastating exit from the World Cup, Will and Mark were discussing which team to support going forward. Will then said he will support England as he has a $10 bet on them on a betting platform at $101 odds. Goes without saying that this betting platform isn't Bluebet, as the promo is far too good. Will, a couple of other things, mate. One, if Bluebet is such a great sponsor, why are you flirting around with other bookies and giving them your business? Two, given you have such a strong relationship with Bluebet, why didn't you encourage them to give us something half decent for the World Cup? This, to me, appears to be the case of actions speaking louder than words. Fine $10, which is equal to your stake on the other platforms promo. Can I...
Yeah, you can rebut that.
There's no
Is fines
rebuttal. I
done
won't
now?
rebut
Is that
him.
the last
Fine's
one?
done.
Well, then you can
There's no
rebut.
rebuttal, but...
Let's talk about something else.
Well,
Bluebet.
well picked up, Alfred Morrows. Bluebet. Look, I don't think I'm doing a bad thing by Bluebet here. I'm taking the money from another betting platform.
Yeah, they're gonna. If
I've
they
just given
win,
them $10. I haven't given them thousands. I'm
Because
going to
what-
take
at-
1,000 off them.
at 10 to 1 odds. Sorry,
101.
101. So you get 1,000, which
Yeah.
then obviously
I'm
pumps
giving
back
them
into
10.
Bluebet.
Right? It's going straight back into Bluebet.
Yeah, no question it is.
So, like, long story short, I couldn't be supporting Bluebet more if I tried. But I don't want to rebut this.
No,
That's
you're not
fair enough.
rebutting. We're just talking about something
We're
else.
just
now.
we're-
Session's off.
Yeah, fine session's done.
We're done. We're talking about things that are done. That's what this podcast is.
Yeah. Wow, there you go. I've got one question to ask you on Patreon about what that name was, but I'm looking forward to it.
Very good. BackChat _. You can find us on socials. That's been going nuts this week. I don't know what's happened. A lot of followers. Join the party over there. Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au. Get in touch with us. Send something in. Stay with us on Patreon. We're about to keep going for a little bit longer. Whippersnapper Whiskey, Margaret River Roasting Co., Shelter, Bluebet, Leadable Cameras. Thanks for your support. Backchatpodcast.com.au. Dan's shirt is shit.
Yeah.